With its star-studded cast, charming plot lines, dedication to accuracy, and excellent writing, Blue Bloods quickly became one of America's favorite TV dramas. Fans just can't get enough of the Reagan family. Today, we're looking at some fascinating facts about the show that you probably didn't know. From its bizarre rating to its contentious cast members, let's dive straight in. Let's start with the incredible ranking the show has received. Even though it doesn't receive much media coverage or social media buzz, Blue Bloods has long been one of the most watched TV programs. The series ratings began off good and stayed there, making it one of the more subtly resilient shows that have appeared on TV in the past 10 years. The fact that Blue Bloods airs on Friday nights, when many people in the advertiser-prized 18 to 49 demographic aren't at home watching TV, may be contributing to the show's lower-than-average viewership among younger viewers. Despite this, the program has consistently attracted around 6 million homes each week as of its 12th season, making Fridays its most popular day of the week. It was the 10th most watched show on American television in the 2015-16 season. Additionally, it had the 4th highest TV drama series rating. Blue Bloods also made history in January 2013 as the first scripted Friday night TV program to average at least 13 million viewers in 10 years. Up next, Danny Reagan's sons are brothers in real life. We know you didn't see that coming. Sean and Jack are two sons of Detective Danny Reagan. Danny is played by Donnie Wahlberg. Danny himself is the son of the lead character, Commissioner Frank Reagan, who is played by Tom Selleck. Sean and Jack are also brothers in real life. Tony Terraciano portrays Jack, while Andrew Terraciano plays the younger Sean. The age gap between them in the show and real life is the same. The two brothers began their careers acting as child models. When they were 8 and 6 years old, respectively, they were offered the part of Danny's sons in Blue Bloods. They are the only siblings on the show. In reality, Andrew also has a twin sister named Molly, who is his identical twin. Moving on, The Sopranos fired the show's creators. Mitchell Burgess and Robin Green are the creators of Blue Bloods. David Chase, with whom they had previously collaborated on the ill-fated 1988 television series Almost Grown, reconnected with them after writing episodes for Northern Exposure and Party of Five. In 1999, he engaged them to pen the script for The Sopranos, a brief gangster drama he had produced for HBO. Burgess and Green had a key role in the development of the show during its early seasons, up to their mysterious departure in 2006. According to reports, Chase had grown upset that the writers were no longer producing enough episodes and that what they were producing showed a lack of comprehension of the wise guy attitude of the characters. Green claims that until they were essentially fired, he alternatively became aggressive and distant. However, it's not even the most bizarre job Green has ever held. In the late 1960s, when she was a teenager, she served as the late Stan Lee's personal receptionist. What a resume, right? Following up, the show's creators lost their jobs on Blue Bloods too. In addition to being fired from The Sopranos, Mitchell Burgess and Robin Green were also sacked from Blue Bloods, the program they both co-created. Yes, you heard that right. Even though Blue Bloods was an instant sensation, CBS cut ties with the show's creators at the conclusion of season 1. Why would they do such a thing? Well, CBS wanted Blue Bloods to be more of a standard police show like Criminal Minds, CSI, CSI Miami, Hawaii Five-0, NCIS, or any of the other police shows running on CBS. The actors and creative team of the program wanted it to be more of a blend of family drama and investigation of the big issues confronting police in contemporary society. Ironically, Tom Selleck frequently complained that the scripts for the show were too standard and procedural, which led one of the show's initial bosses, showrunner Ken Sanzel, to quit. Furthermore, the show was nearly shot in Toronto. Blue Bloods is a show that is primarily about New York and New Yorkers. It's difficult to envision a scenario in which the show would be filmed somewhere else. However, many TV shows aren't actually filmed in the city or town where the story is set. Take the popular sitcom Seinfeld, for example. While the show wouldn't be the same without the elements of New York City, it's actually shot in California. For Blue Bloods, this nearly was the situation. The 2010 production almost packed up and relocated north to Toronto soon after it began filming. Large-scale local and state tax rebates intended to lure film production firms had already run out, making it difficult for the show to shoot in the incredibly pricey city of New York on its budget. However, thanks to a last-minute agreement that the show's production company struck with the state and city administrations, Blue Bloods was kept in New York and out of Canada. Imagine how different it would have been. Next, the Catholic League protested an episode. We all know a show this big just cannot avoid controversy. Blue Bloods is one of the few TV series to handle Catholicism accurately, according to the Catholic League, a group that advocates for Catholics. That's primarily due to Frank Reagan being shown as a devout Christian. All of that changed in 2014 when Bill Donahue, Donahue, the president of the Catholic League, claimed his group had received bombardments of complaints to Frank claiming the Catholic Church was a little behind the times about its views on homosexuality. The program had also had a cardinal who was unsure of his sexual orientation and a nun who was openly lesbian. Donahue claimed that CBS was turning on its viewers and that by attacking Catholics, CBS was committing suicide. However, the large viewership says otherwise. Surprisingly, one of the actors used to be in a famous band. Depending on when you were born, you may or may not be familiar with the New Kids on the Block. Teenagers and young adults in the 1980s and 1990s were enthralled with the American boy band from Dorchester, Massachusetts. It was essentially the modern-day One Direction. More than 80 million records were sold by the band globally. Blue Blood's Danny Reagan is portrayed by Donnie Wahlberg, who played in the band alongside Danny Wood, Joe McIntyre, Jonathan Knight, and Jordan Knight. Wahlberg left the band and went on to have a successful career in Hollywood, playing in movies including Zookeeper, The Sixth Sense, and the Saw series. Moreover, Tom Selleck pushed the Blue Bloods writer to go back and fix a problematic plot point. The television show Blue Bloods frequently examines the moral dilemmas that confront police officers, particularly how New York City Police Commissioner Frank Reagan strikes a balance between acting morally, politically, and personally. It's a challenging puzzle with a lot of moving parts, and the 2018 episode Legacy perfectly captured this. During the episode, a scared and shifty jaywalker is detained by rookie officer Rachel Whitten, played by Lauren Patton. The officer first requests his identification before checking on his immigration status. As onlookers captured on their phone cameras, the incident worsens, making news since it seems like Whitten racially discriminated against the jaywalker. Officer Whitten must be fired by Frank Reagan because she tarnished the reputation of the NYPD, even though she followed the police protocol. That ending didn't sit well with Selleck, who eventually convinced Legacy writer Ali Solomon to create a new episode, Milestones, a year later. Officer Whitten had a happier conclusion thanks to that. When Frank visits a diner, he discovers that Whitten is serving him. In keeping with his New Year's vow to own up to his errors, he rehires the discharged officer and gives Eddie Janko, his daughter-in-law, the role of her partner. Patton came in as a result of Whitten's reinstatement. All well offends well, right? Moving on, Tom Selleck nearly got rid of his mustache. As Thomas Magnum from a popular 80s show Magnum P.I., Tom Selleck is known for his dark mustache. This gave him a tough appearance, but during the first season of Blue Bloods filming, the show producers asked Tom to shave it off since they felt he was a little too old for it. Executives at CBS, however, had other plans. They allowed him to keep the mustache because they thought it looked great on him. It appears that the decision was right after all. Without a mustache, Commissioner Reagan wouldn't appear as commanding as he does now. Lastly, a cast member was controversially fired from the show. Jennifer Esposito played a character named Detective Jackie Curatola in the show's early seasons. She was a recurring character, but sadly, she collapsed on the set when the third season was being filmed. Esposito's doctor advised taking sick leave, which she did, but CBS officials believed she was intentionally missing work. CBS fired her after she requested fewer responsibilities. The network subsequently released the following statement: Jennifer has informed us that she is only available to work on a very limited part-time schedule. As a result, she's unable to perform the demands of her role. She wasn't overly delighted about it. She said on Twitter that CBS had fired a single person of color from the cast to make room for an all-white cast similar to CSI. It's pretty terrible that things turned out this way. Did you know any of these facts about Blue Bloods? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.